Welcome back to the vendor table, Lauren.
Hi, Mike.
How are you
doing?
Ah.
Fuck. I hated that.
Well, you know.
Fine, just power through it.
Yeah, that's fine. We're just going to forget that happened.
That was so awkward. Never do that again.
Ah.
You ask, how are you first?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Now that we moved on from that.
Well, how are you?
I'm all right. Things are going well.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about what we're about to talk about.
Me too. But first, I have to bring something up.
Uh-oh, what?
Okay. Our favorite podcast. Okay. Our favorite podcast.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Laura and I are big fans of The Basement Yard.
This is how we bonded.
This is actually how we I think, thought of our podcast, is we love The Basement Yard. Fucking phenomenal podcast.
Shout out to The Basement Yard because
shout
they
out
are
to
so funny.
Frank and Joe are absolutely hysterical. Like, literally, probably the funniest podcast I've ever listened to in my life. I listen to it weekly.
And there's no genre.
No genre.
At all.
We posted a clip on our stories from them where they were talking about, at the end of 2024, you can actually get married in space. You could actually get married in space. I don't know where they found this fact or anything. I don't even know if it's true.
I'll verify it eventually, but I think he said it was $125,000 per person.
To get married in fucking space? Would you get married in space?
Hell the fuck no.
Oh, I would. 100% would.
What?
Oh, I would. 100%. Sign me up. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Be the coolest fucking thing in the... Dude, space. I wouldn't expect gifts or anything if I was getting married in space.
For $125,000 a person, you're not getting a gift.
Yeah, that's...
Who's paying for that? You?
I pay for my own gifts. If I'm going to space, okay, to get married, that's so fucking cool. I'm a big aviation junkie, okay? Going to space is so cool. I know I won't do that in my lifetime. Maybe my kids will. Maybe my kids will get married in space. Ooh, that'd be fucking cool. Ooh.
Are you going to have just like a first dance floating around in space?
Yes. There's a good show called For All Mankind. It's on Apple Plus. That the last season, there was a hotel in space, and the son of an astronaut got married at the hotel in space. And something goes catastrophically wrong in the hotel and stuff like that. Really awesome. But really awesome show. But I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like when they brought this up on The Basement Yard, I was like, I would fucking shoot that wedding. 100%. 100%. Sign me up.
No.
Strap my ass to
Meredith can second shoot that for you.
Strap my ass to Jeff Bezos' rocket. I'm going up. I'll shoot your wedding. You going to space?
No.
I'm your guy.
No.
I'm your guy.
I'll tell you what, though. If it was like BioShock style and it was under the water.
Okay. You go underwater?
I would.
That scares me more than space.
Totally scares me more than space, but...
There's like a hotel I just saw that's like totally under the water.
Shut up.
Yeah. Like totally under the water. There's going to be underwater weddings.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Have you ever played BioShock?
No. And I'm a gamer. I never played BioShock. That sounds cool though.
It's good.
Yeah. But I would do under the water. I would absolutely photograph an underwater wedding.
I feel safer.
Yeah, I don't know. I like space. I don't know why. It's like, obviously a lot could go wrong in both scenarios, but
yeah.
I'm gonna yeah. Can I be the first photographer to go to space to photograph your wedding, people? Jeff Bezos, if you're gonna get married in space,
what would you charge?
Holy shit.
What would you charge to shoot a wedding in space?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, obviously, to get me up there, you're gonna pay for my ticket.
An hour.
You're gonna pay for my ticket. Yeah, that's a great question. What would be my rate? I don't know.
You'd have to shoot like one wedding every 10 years.
I charge $1 per mile. Like, so. Let's go to space, baby. Pay those travel fees.
Oh boy.
But
no, too afraid of space.
Yeah, I've seen some wild ass weddings, by the way. Like I saw, I think you follow the Hearnses. Like they're like elopement photographers. Like they travel like all over the place.
Okay.
They shot a wedding over the Grand Canyon, of two climbers that got married on a space net, which is like a net that goes across like the canyon.
That's crazy.
And the couple and the officiant and I think they had witnesses standing on the net over the Grand Canyon, exposed, like with a beautiful sunset. It was so cool. If you check out their work, like
feel
it's
like
probably
I've
anywhere.
seen that. It probably pops up on like my Explore thing or something. Does that exist? Is that what it's called, Explore?
Yeah.
Am I going back to Flickr the Flickr days?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh my God, how old am I?
The Explore page, yeah.
But I also like the volcano stuff.
Yeah, I saw that, and I shared that, and I was like, anyone down? Like, I'd so do that.
I would. Lava's pretty slow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I could run.
Active volcano. Why not? That was a cool shot, though. I saw that.
So
the bride and groom
dope.
hiking up the mountain.
Yeah.
And I actually posted that, and I had like 4 brides like message me, like say they would be down. I was like, I fucking love my brides. They're awesome.
Down. Let's,
But Lauren's not going to space.
Not going to space, no.
I'm going to space. Fucking sign me up, baby.
FaceTime me. From space.
No, that'd be like, I was just thinking about like all-time favorite, like if you were to do an adventure thing, like get married somewhere, like weird, like space would got to be top of that list. Underwater next, and then you would like, maybe like on top, strapped to an airplane or something, like like I don't know.
Yeah, like how much more crazy
can you get? Yeah, I don't know, but all I know is if you're doing anything crazy like that, you could call me. I might be down.
Yeah, shoot me an email.
Yeah.
I'll respond
Just not
to
for
it.
Space.
Just,
not for space.
Mike's the space guy.
I'm a space guy. I'll do underwater too.
That's not fair.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do underwater. You do space.
No, fuck that. I'm doing.
Second shoot for me underwater then.
Above and below the stratosphere, all that stuff.
That's rude as fuck.
Well, all right. So like, yeah. So we're talking today.
The great debate.
The great debate. This is the greatest debate of all time for photographers.
Because you're a master debater.
God. Dad joke number. I don't know how many Lauren has made. She just rolls with it.
I'm so good at it.
Well, we're talking the great debate, which is natural light photographers
versus bing 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 bing.
Oh my God, stop it.
Off camera flash.
Yeah. So, all right. So, we're both, I would consider us more natural light photographers. Mainly, okay. The work we show in our portfolio is natural light. And I think that's, we're golden hour hustlers and like blue hour lovers and moodiness and all that stuff, right?
Golden hour hustlers and blue hour lovers.
Yo, that's a good t-shirt.
That's a great t-shirt.
That's a good t-shirt, Brandon.
If we had an album.
I'm trademarking that. Fuckers, don't fucking take my ideas.
That would be our single.
That's a great fucking t-shirt. Okay.
Wow. If we had an emo band, that would be it.
That would be it. Dashboard could write a song. Golden
Beautiful.
Hour Hustlers and Blue Hour Lovers.
Oh my God, we're such losers.
Oh God. But okay, with us being more natural light photographers, right? We are very dangerous in our flash game. We're pretty good.
I'm solid.
I'm solid too. Some of my favorite images I've ever taken.
I was just gonna say some of my favorite pictures are off-camera flash, night shots, or like sunset shots with flash.
Mm-hmm.
Just slaps different.
Slaps.
It just hits different. And I don't know. The eternal debate is like, if you're a natural light photographer, do you feel like you should be forced into learning off-camera flash? Because some people are so adamant that that's their style and they don't want anything to do with flash. In my opinion, that just means you don't know how to do it.
Yeah, you fucking losers.
You don't want to learn how to do something new.
Learn flash, and that's the first thing I'm going to say, all you natural light lovers. Oh, I'm a natural light photographer, and I'm so good. I could shoot everything at 12,800 ISO, and I'm so good. And everything could be high grain. I could light this with a candle, and boom, okay? No, you can't, you losers.
You just can't. Like, there's some things that are just going to look better with external light.
Yes. And first things first, okay? If you're a wedding photographer, you need to know flash, because what's a reception? Okay, a reception is always in the dark. It's always in the fucking dark, and you need to shoot the fucking reception with a flash to capture fast moving action.
I have seen Like, people are so desperate to not learn how to use Flash, which is very easy when you sit down and learn how to do it. It doesn't take very long to learn. If you learned how to use your camera settings, you can learn how to use a Flash. It's so easy. Mm-hmm. And if you take a moment to educate yourself on how to use this very important piece of equipment, it's only going to make you a more versatile photographer. It's never going to harm you.
It's going to make you better. People, like, you learn more skills, you get better. It's just going to make you better. It's not going to affect your, like, look.
You don't have to use it every single wedding. You don't have to use it all the time. But if you sneak a photo in there that's going to blow your clients' minds away because it looks that much more dramatic with Flash versus with an LED cube.
Yeah. And I love me some LED cubes, but, like, guys.
Or, like,
guys,
you can only get away with direct flash for so long because that trend is going to die.
Yeah, I see, and that's, we're gonna have all these, like, little photographers that are coming. Little photographers.
Oh my God,
you children.
So offensive.
You children, okay, that are gonna come out and, like, yeah, I use direct flash, and I'm, like, popping in their face and doing, like, light streaks and shit. Okay, yeah, listen, losers. Okay, I'm getting. Oh,
Mike's
I'm getting so angry.
heated up.
Okay?
Oh my God,
because this
is usually what I do.
Yeah, well, guess what, people? I'm angry, okay? Because you don't want to learn Flash the right way. Guess what? Learn Flash, and you could be so fucking deadly with it that you could be charging like $1 bajillion because you're so versatile and your work looks fucking awesome.
Not even that. I feel like if you're using Flash the correct way, it will give you a luxury appearance in your work too. Like, it's very dramatic, it's very cinematic.
Yeah.
If you use it the right way. I think some people have this idea that Flash is so artificial looking. Mm-hmm. You don't have to use it outside.
No.
In the middle of the day.
No.
You can be a mainly natural light photographer and use Flash to your benefit.
Fuck yeah.
It is possible because I do it and you do it.
I do it. It's not hard.
It's not hard. And, like, you'll see people fight tooth and nail to the death to defend never using Flash or never learning to use Flash.
It's like, when did it become, like, cool to be a purist, a natural light purist?
When did it be cool to not want to expand your knowledge of your craft?
Yeah. Is that like a millennial thing? Well, we're millennials.
We're millennials.
Is that like a Gen Z thing?
No, because our generation does it too.
Yeah.
Like, it's just this weird flex. Like, I'm a natural light photographer. Like,
so
okay,
good.
then what do? Never shoot past 7 o'clock at night?
Yeah. Great question.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah. It's stupid.
I only use car headlights.
Oh my God. Yo, so, okay. I'm very heated about this topic. Some of my favorite shots have been taken with Flash and, like, Flash modifiers too. Mm-hmm. Like literally learning little fucking things. Like, I did a shot this year, right? Give me an example. What happens if it rains, Lauren?
Well, you're going to have to find some cover there, Michael, and it's probably going inside where it's dark.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you going to do if that fucking dark or that place that you're going inside to doesn't have good natural light coming through the windows? Maybe there's no windows. What do you do?
I guess I'm just taking garbage photos for the rest of the day.
Yeah, because you're a garbage person.
And I never learned how to use Flash properly.
Exactly. So don't be a garbage person.
Learn how to use Flash.
Learn how to use Flash, and it's going to make you so much better. Like, I'm talking 50 times better. It's so easy to learn too. I know it intimidates people, okay? It intimidated me, I'll be honest with you. Like, I remember starting out and I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing with this.
I was the same way.
All right. You know how I learned? No.
YouTube?
No.
Actually, no. I had someone literally sit down and just show me.
I just fucked around with the settings. That's all I did. I kind of faked it till I made it kind of thing. I literally just were bouncing. First off, you could use auto, like E2L, you could use that and just figure it out. But then I started experimenting. Like if I was second shooting,
Second shooting's the best time to try it.
It's such a great time to learn, because you're like, listen, as a photographer that employs a lot of second shooters, I love when second shooters experiment, or when they're trying something new. I always encourage my second shooters to try something new. Like, get weird. Do some weird ass shit. Shoot through fucking like a champagne glass. I don't care. Like, it might look cool. Fuck around, people. All right. So as a second shooter, you could do that, like, because you're not.
The pressure isn't as hard.
Exactly. And like, especially if you have some downtime, or maybe like even during the reception. If you're a wedding photographer, during the reception is a great time to experiment with flash, because it's 4 hours long, and when they're doing the same thing over and over dancing, you could like there's a lot of time in that day where you could just figure out how it looks and stuff like that. So that's my words of encouragement there, is like, fuck around with it. And don't get me wrong, like I learned flash before the days of YouTube. Wow, I sound fucking ancient, right?
You're so old.
So old. That sounds so old.
Before the days of YouTube.
Wow. Fuck, that made me sound so old. But that's how I learned flash, by fucking around with it. So I would say that is the best way you can do it. Just fuck with it. Play with the settings. Shoot. Honestly, you got a pet in the house. You got like
shoot your dog, shoot your kid,
like friend, something like that, like in their apartment or so, your house, whatever.
I did it on myself. Like, I had a remote and would just like try out different lighting setups on myself to see like what angles I needed the light to be at to make it look the way that I wanted. So I would mirror that on my clients. Because when you start out, you have this like vision of what it's going to look like, but you may not know exactly where to position the light, or from what angle you need it to be at, or how high you want it to be, especially if you're using off-camera flash. When you're using it on the camera, it's pretty straightforward. You're either shooting directly at the client or at the ceiling.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely, you could play with it. You could check your angles, stuff like that. See, I came from a film background, so I understood the different styles of lighting, like clamshell lighting, this light, like Rembrandt lighting, all of that stuff, all the like the old school techniques, like 3-point lighting, and like how to key, fill, back, like all the things you hear like in a photography tutorial, right? So it's just, instead of going from continuous light, it was now using a flash, a speed light. So it wasn't hard to, once I learned the mechanical settings of the camera as well as the flash, it became second nature. It's like, okay, I want the flash to do this and be this strength, and this is how I get to it.
Now it's like, like instantly what you want your flash settings to be, like what your camera, based on what your camera settings are. It's like just so easy to set up, get it done, and it's done.
Yeah.
Like, there's no like fumbling to get it set up the way that you want it to. And
although I do fumble sometimes, and I'll be honest with you, I like sometimes at a reception, like I'm like, if the room's big or maybe I've never shot there, like I'm trying to figure out like what the best lighting scenario is, and I'm like fucking
test
around
it out on us.
on second shooters. Like literally, I'm like, you're my model, stand there, like boom, like let's see how the light looks, and it takes me sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes maybe a few more, but that's what you do light tests for. But I understand the mechanisms of the camera and how to make that work, because I educated myself on it, and I wasn't a natural light purist that didn't want to touch the flash.
There's nothing wrong with like wanting to shoot primarily natural light. Mike and I do.
Yeah.
90% of the work that we put out into the world is natural light.
Yeah.
But knowing how to do things outside of that scope has also made us better photographers.
Yeah.
Because then you can also be like, wow, look at this awesome image I took of you at nighttime.
Yeah.
The dark.
I just did one.
When it rains at night? Are you kidding?
Oh, when it rains and you could like pop a flash like behind the couple and you know what settings to get it right. Oh, it's fucking.
It's so good.
It's like the fucking fire emoji in real life. It's awesome.
So satisfying.
It's so good. I pulled off a shot, the first wedding of the year, that was so fucking amped that it worked out the way I wanted to. So I knew going into the venue, like, I wanted to do this shot, rain or shine. So I wanted the couple to stand on the stairs at D. Sapersky Mansion. And it had this, like, grand staircase with a chandelier. And I wanted the couple at the landing of the staircase so that they're visible, while also having the chandelier in the frame, all this stuff. Like, so I was going to shoot a 24 mil and, like, open up, and I wanted to flash them, but from a distance. So I knew I wanted to pinpoint flash them. So it's really hard to do. So I actually invested in a snoot.
A snoot.
A snoot. A snoot is such a great word.
The cutest name for a flash modifier ever.
Okay. So I invested in a snoot. A snoot. If you guys aren't aware what a snoot is, what it is, it's like a little extension tube that goes on your flash, and it kind of pinpoints the light in a very small window. So I was able to flash from the bottom of the steps because there was nowhere I could put the flash close to them, and I was able to flash them with this pinpoint modifier and keep the scene natural looking, but just flash the couple, and it almost looked like a spotlight was on them. One of my favorite shots I've ever got in my life.
It's like you can use flash to create a natural looking result.
Exactly.
So
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
she said it first, but I was gonna say it.
It's like this preconceived notion that whatever flash that you use is going to make your images look something other than natural, and that's not the case. Like, you're just creating a dramatic image from a different light source. That's it. Like, the light source you're using is yours. It's not a candle or a wall sconce that you're using. But you can use modifiers to give it that look without deteriorating your image.
Yes. And you can make it look like yours. Like you make it look like, if you're a natural light photographer, it blends into your portfolio. Like it doesn't look like an outlier.
You like dramatic, moody light? Create a dramatic, moody night shot.
Bam.
My fave.
It's so good. I would say and let's reverse it for a second, okay? Because there's flash photographers out there that think they're flash purists. And
oh my God. They're even worse, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because they're natural light photographers.
Natural light photographers. Do you even know photography?
Like, oh God, if the flash isn't on my camera, I'm not actually shooting. That's my imitation of a flash photographer.
My God, get your head out of your fucking ass.
Yeah, listen, people, photography is one of the coolest mediums you could ever do. It really, don't turn yourself off from one spectrum or the other. Like, don't be ultra extreme on one side or the other. It just doesn't benefit you. It doesn't benefit your business, doesn't benefit your brand, and it doesn't benefit you as a creative. Like,
you can shoot however you want to shoot, but you don't have to dog the opposite of what you do. You know, if you're a primarily off-camera flash shooter, then why the fuck are you hating on the natural light shooter?
And vice versa.
If you don't know how to fucking do it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You don't know how to do it, and stop hating, people.
As we hate.
We're
openly.
We're openly hating. Oh man, this is gonna stir the pot.
Oh my God. I can already hear their voices yelling.
All the TikTok people.
But it's true. It's like boxing yourself in like that. I just never saw the point in. I feel like if you can learn to do both, then you're just opening up your portfolio for endless possibilities. And then constantly, with flash modifiers, using different types of modifiers, gels, grids. Oh
my God,
if you get a softbox or anything like that, you just change the game.
Yeah. Don't
use
be afraid.
them each in different scenarios. And I'm not even saying don't use continuous light either, because these tubes are cool too for different reasons.
Oh, I use LEDs all the time. I love LEDs. And I'm known.
You prefer LEDs, I feel.
I'll prefer LEDs for portraiture, because it blends ambience, really well. I feel like a good bicolor LED, whether it's a panel or a direct light or anything like that, could really blend. And what I like about LEDs is what you see, what you're seeing on your screen is you could kind of move it around and stuff. You don't have to fiddle with it as much. You'd be like, oh, I need more power, things like that. So LEDs are great. They're a great medium. That if you're intimidated with flash right away, maybe you want to learn flash, getting good with LEDs is a good way to kind of bridge that gap going into flash. And you should still learn flash, especially as a wedding photographer, for the reception, because LEDs aren't going to help you in that regard. But for shooting portraiture, for shooting details, all that stuff, LEDs are a great medium to kind of start with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think everybody should learn how to do it.
Everybody should. Yeah.
It's never gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
Like, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But have it in your back pocket in the event of an unforeseen circumstance. Like Mike
1000%.
said before, if, oh my God, the skies are closing and there's a gigantic thunderstorm coming and you did not anticipate this and you scheduled this wedding so that it was a daytime wedding and all of a sudden the sky was black. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Boom. You
know,
got to be
I've
versatile in this business.
In the groups that I'm in on Facebook and all this stuff, these forums, I hear these nightmare stories of people who find themselves in these positions where they weren't prepared and they didn't have a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
Off Camera Flash gives you a backup plan.
Always.
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 And it doesn't matter. You could have, the best thing I've learned about Off Camera Flash is that you could have the most mundane room and you can turn it into complete and total art.
Mm-hmm.
Just by manipulating the light.
Yep.
And it's invaluable.
So invaluable.
So valuable.
So invaluable. It's such a great thing to have in your back pocket. God forbid, the day doesn't unfold the way you or your clients think, whether it's weather, whether it's location, whatever it is, right? You have that in your back pocket that hey, it's all right, guys, I got it. Don't worry about it. I tell my clients that all the time. I'm like, guys, if it rains, don't worry about it. I got you covered. We'll figure shit out.
I keep like a couple of rain pictures on my phone just so I can be like, are you sure you don't want that?
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine, people. Yeah. Matt, how long are we going for?
27.
Wow. Look at that. Look at that. So, all right, guys. So yeah, this is a great debate. Okay.
The debate could go on forever, but ultimately, just know that if you're on one side or the other, you're wrong, and you should learn how to do both.
Learn both crafts. And if you're stubborn and you don't want to, Lauren will find you and hunt you down.
No, I'll just watch you
crash and burn. I will too, because it would be funny. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not funny. It's just
something.
learn how to do something outside of your comfort zone, and I promise you're going to enjoy it.
Seriously, yeah. Get outside your comfort zone. Learn something new. Experiment with that flash. Or if you're a flash photographer, don't be afraid of natural light just because. Don't be a hater. Don't be haters.
As we
hate.
This entire episode
was about hating. It's fine, but we're trying to convince you guys to learn both.
It's all in good fun. We don't actually actively hate one or the other. We really do want to see the best for everybody to do good for their business and their brand. And I was a natural light photographer until I learned how to do off camera flash, and now my work has been elevated to another level.
Yeah.
And I feel like anyone who chooses to take that step and learn more about their craft, it's only going to do exactly that and elevate your brand. So that's the moral of the story.
Learning something new always will make you better. Always. So, all right, Lauren. Well, where can they find you?
You can find me at Lauren O'Brien Photo on Instagram and LaurenO'BrienPhoto.com.
No TikTok?
I'm not telling anyone about my TikTok.
She's on TikTok. She doesn't want you to find it. You can find me at Michael Husara Photo on Instagram, on TikTok, as well as my website. And you can find us at the Vendor Table Pod on Insta, on TikTok, on YouTube. Guys, it's always a pleasure. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, bye.